All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Mariota. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. First down, Titans, gain of 12. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Tighten up, tighten up. Begin. Bang, 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 bang.
On second down, Mariota again. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Line 40!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles.
Throwing is locked. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check on. Break them. Watch the edge. Go ahead. SOS.
3rd and long. It's locked. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, switch gears. Slam. 49, check 49.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And the catch made by Hopkins. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Check. Check 24. Check 24.
Mariota now from the 50. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 14-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Following the interception here, Mariota flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on first down, Mariota ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, exit. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On first down, it's Love. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Mariota on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Godwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To To throw is Mariota. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DJ Reader in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mariota now, pretty remarkable, 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion, and another first and 10 here. Here's Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Mariota. The quick slant caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and a rout is on here in this first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Luck on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 11-Z. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You think you gonna get this? Check safety, check safety.
Lock. And he's got Miller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Henry. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Here's Luck. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a first and 10 at the 18.
Watch twist. Watch.
They'll run with Henry, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2 yards.
We got 4. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up.
Again, it's Henry. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevon Seymour. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing goes Mariota. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going.
Lamar Miller, he's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At their own 10-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. It's complete to Hopkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Henry. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Wide, get wide. Alert. 12. Mike 54.
They snap it to Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Where are they, team? Let's go, D. Switch. Where are they, team? 3.
A first down throw for Mariota. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Reggie. Watch the twist. Check. Crunch. Hey, check. Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, watch it. 12. Tighten up. Buzz. Mike 54. All day, dog. Mike 54.
Second and 10, Luck again. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
Hey, high 7. Bang. Strong right. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Reggie. Check. Fresno.
On first down, Locke. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To try again after the sack. Luck. It's caught by Davis. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 11. Mike's 50. 40. Easy. Alert.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want. Hey, check. SOS. You go tight. You got tight right there. 12. Mike 5'4.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He finds his target, Fuller. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
54. Watch the out. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. They can't have. Hey, check. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Hey, Delta.
You ain't going nowhere.
After the interception, it's Locke sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. On. He's heavy on the edges. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Under 10. 10. Check.
Back to the air. Locke on second down. Completes it to Davis. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Alert flare.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And now loose football, fumble, Martin lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Reggie.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, check.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 36.
To throw is Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, wahoo! He's coming. We got double up. Watch out.
Go ahead.
Watch out. 25, check 25. Shift. Banjo.
From the gun, here's Locke. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
Ready!
Feel black. You better
Strong right.
You better be afraid of me.
Reggie.
Watch twins.
Hey, check.
31, check 31. Right there, 54, right there.
Hey, orbit.
Come off the ball, hard. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.